Written up for being chronically late. But wait. This happened back in the 1980s before, computers on every desk. My employer was a small company. Only 10 or so employees. I was totally committed to the job and gave it my all. Not leaving till all the day's work was done. Sometimes staying hours after work to do so. I had been there more than 5 years at the time and was a key employee by then. The one people went to for help with complicated tasks. I did a prodigious amount of work and always had stellar performance reviews. Yada yada. Occasionally, traffic or whatever would make me a few minutes late for work. I didn't worry about it. We didn't use timesheets or a time clock and everyone was salaried. Erroneously. But that's a different story. Then one of the owner's favorites was promoted to VP and put in charge of our. Before this, we were equals in the company. One of the first things she did was give me a written reprimand for insubordination, for being late one too many times. Eyes wide open now. I took the hit and began my campaign of MC. From that date forward, I entered the office 1 minute early, got to my desk and was seen to be busy. Waited for 30 minutes to go pour myself some coffee. I stopped work and left the building every day at exactly the end of business hours, leaving unfinished work on my desk. I received a joyous commendation from the VP for correcting my attitude. Left there within a few weeks, and they had to hire 3 people to do my job. We used to have discretionary 10% OT so we can work up to 4 hours OT as needed to keep things moving along, especially with the always unforeseen external delays. New boss, new rules. Now all OT must be pre-approved, and the insinuation that we were milking the OT teat. That is equivalent to begging for OT every single instance, big or small, before you even know if you needed it until the delay event occur, which is highly variable. The manager also went to get his pint at the pub right on the dot at closing time and does not answer calls for OT approval. No problemo. Instead of working half an hour to finish the process, shut it down and close up shop. Reopen the next day to restart, which would take 23 hours to complete. We'll don't really feel like begging, so we'll be down at the pub too, chugging a pint on company expense. BTW. We're out of town for projects, so on expenses along with hotels and rental cars. Projects that could be done in 1 week or so with 10% OT. Takes 23 weeks with 0 OT. No worries. At one of my previous jobs, they sent an automated email to a coworker for being late. This coworker had an agreement to recover the hours later on the day because he had Tom left kid at school some weeks. They pissed him off enough that our director contacted HR to leave her team alone. And yet this coworker started to follow exact schedules. Projects got out a little slower since then. Delicious MC. I hope you told the owner exactly why you left. Do most companies with 10 employees have an HR department? No pushback? You work for 5 years. Become indispensable. So you, 1. Don't go to the owner. Only 10 employees. To find out what's going on. Point 2. Go to your peer. Now HR? Say, I do hours of unpaid overtime. Are you sure you want to write up about this? 3. Quit. And owner does not find out why. Offer some compromise? I mean, you are essential to the business. One would think some kind of effort would be made to keep you. What, only 3 people? You are being too modest. Yup. I am in IT. If you are strict about my clocking in and out at set hours, all server updates happen during that hours. Not my problem. The updates causes another department to not be able to work. Server goes down at 6:12 p.m. on a Friday. Okay, see you Monday at 8:30 a.m. If you are flexible, I will make sure updates happen during off hours and answer my phone outside of business hours. Ha! That showed M. Entitled Idiot FA and Fluorine Monoxide. Brilliant. Love it. I didn't have to punch a time card until my full-time job got a new system for HR, payroll and finance. Then everyone had to. In the old days, I'd just write down 8 hours. Even if it were 8.5 or 9. Give and take and all. Now, I get paid for anything over. Actually, I take it as excess time off. They seem to pay me more now than they did in the old days. Stella Artois.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.